Well, there's no better place to find the latest design trends. A gorgeous home in the area's top designer, all under one roof. This year's designer Showhouse is open in Kansas City. Here to tell us all about it, one of those top designers, TAM Stone. Good morning.
Thank you.
This is exciting because this is a house a lot of us know.
Yes.
I call it the Civil War house. It's right off of Wood Parkway and 55th Street.
It has a wonderful history to it. It's one of the most historic properties actually in the state. I have a book up here, The Houses of Missouri, and it is one of 40 really architecturally significant homes in the state, and it's been highlighted here. We are so fortunate to be able to come into this house, update it, make it lovely and beautiful, and it's actually for sale, so someone can move in after the show house is over.
How about that? And have it fully.
Completely
I mean,
decorated.
what's better than that? Yeah, these are houses from 1870 to 1940, and this is the longest continuously running show house in the country.
Yes, and we are always mentioned with the top show houses, whether it's Pasadena, Dallas, Atlanta, Kips Bay in New York. We are recognized by Architectural Digest as well as the New York Times as the show houses to see this year.
And this is a thrill for you as a designer. 40 designers can go in here. You each get a space.
Yes.
And you just go wild.
Yes, you can do whatever you want. You bring in whatever you think is pertinent to the home. And in my case, I do historic restoration and preservation. So I wanted to be true to the home and its Greek Revival style, but bring it really, really up to date.
Okay, you're here to give us some professional style tips. Now, there are trends that come and go.
Yes.
And then there are trends with timeless appeal, and that's more what you're going for.
Yes, absolutely. Particularly in the economy today, you want something that in 2 years from now is not going to look completely dated and go, oh, well, that was so yesterday. And so what I've selected here are 5 trends with what I call staying power. They will be timeless, they are classic, but they are very hot and on trend right now.
Yeah, let's face it, who can forget the gold shag carpet of the 70s? I think that's
and the
burned
avocado
it. Yeah, exactly,
yes, exactly.
All right, tip number 1, commit to color.
Yes, and this is really something, we've seen a lot of pops of color in neutral backgrounds, but now what we're looking at, whether it's a totally neutral background or it is a strong color palette, pick 1 or 2 colors and really commit to them and surround and envelop the home in that. And you'll see that in my dining room when we show some pictures here later about how I executed it. But you really want to stick with a palette and be consistent with your wall coverings, your furnishings, as well as your accessories.
Stick with the neutrals, and then you can have some fun with maybe some bold colors.
Sure, and by neutral, it could just, I mean, my dining room actually happens to be purple, but I have a very strong, cohesive purple theme throughout, from the flooring to the walls to the accessories.
Okay, so what would any home be without creature comforts?
Yes, and that's when we're really looking at what is touchable and texture. And if you look at some of these wallpapers that I have up here, we're really starting from the walls, and you have this rugged texture or this chenille here. We have pottery or ceramics that have texture to them, or even your accessories that are not just your plain old you know, ceramic bowls or silver platters. This has lots of movement, and we're really looking for touchable things in our homes, but in every layer, from the wall all the way in.
What makes us feel good?
Yeah,
basically.
exactly, where you feel comfortable.
Return to raw.
Okay, we're in raw with food.
Everything.
Everything
it's everywhere.
Is raw. It's the term, it's the on-trend term, and it's in interior design as well. And so these examples here, I love this. This is actually a repurposed antique rug that has been made into a pillow, and I actually have several others here that are, you know, large scale. So if you have something that has been damaged or spilt upon or whatever, repurpose it and make it something wonderful. These are cogs and gear molds that have been made into art, and so they are rustic in design, but they've been repurposed and very raw in their design.
Love, love, love. Okay, unique accessories. You being you,
Y-O-U. Your home needs to be about
touches,
you.
Right.
We've done the whole room in a box look, and now everything is taking another shift to what is your home and how is it about you. And it can be about your travels. If you're a family that games and plays games together, get a really nice game set and include it in your home and use it. If you travel, get things from your travels, whether they're exotic or whatever, or even coming back to if you collect these on scavenger hunts, if you're down you know, in different parts of the country, use those accessories in your home. The other thing that we're looking at is unique art. We've seen so much mass-produced art lately. Really, if you go to some place like Prairie Brook is one of my favorites here in town, that's where this piece of art is from, but using unique art, pure art. There's also places like etsy.com where you can have everything from crafts and antiques up to masterpiece artwork.
We have to take a look at the dining room that you did in the show house.
Great, I would love to.
Oh my goodness. Look at that. What were you thinking there? Tell us about it.
The inspiration for my dining room is actually, it's a Greek Revival home, so you can see the Greek elements like the bust. And then if you can see the flooring there, it's actually a walnut and maple stripe. And it is so unique. You see it there actually on the right side of the screen. And so I did the walls in a plum brown by Sherwin-Williams. And just carried the theme of the floor throughout the space. The chandelier that I've got there, they carry wonderful lighting at Wilson Lighting, and that's a fine art lamp, and it's got an urn shape to it. But I wanted to keep everything very classic Greek Revival, but take the launching pad from the floor and all the color throughout. So it's very, very modern. It's a very modern space.
Your room also featured in the Kansas City Star.
Yes,
nice picture,
yes,
Tam.
I was thrilled.
Well done. Thank you so much. And the 44th Symphony Designer Showhouse is open through May 19th. For ticket information, you can call 816-968-9711. You can also find a link to TAM and the Designer Showhouse on our website, kctv5.com. Click the Better KC tab.